Now, welcome to another Mandalorian discussion speculation video, where we are now in the final countdown for the season finale of The Mandalorian. So we figured we'd read and respond to some of your comments that you left on our prediction video for the fun of it.
Right. Now we can hear some of your predictions.
Yeah, there were tons of them, so we kind of just grabbed a few more or less at random-ish. So, sorry if yours did not get picked.
All right, let's kick it off then. First comment is from Robert Smith. Pretty sure the spy is Axe or Casca. It only makes sense. He left right after the Imperial Commandos attacked so he wouldn't be caught in the crossfire. Later, Gideon knows Bo has the Darksaber even when he hasn't seen her with it previously. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And I rewatched the finale of Season 2. Gideon knows the whole crew is on the bridge when he talks to Din. It only makes sense it's one of the Night Owls.
Curious.
I thought it was weird at the time, too, that he called her out to having it. Unless he looked at Din real quick and was like, well, I don't see it on you. Bo must have it.
Yeah, but would he really be looking for and noticing that?
No, it is a really weird situation that immediately called out Boca Tan for having it. Somehow he knew she had it. Whether Axe, Casca, Armorer, maybe those new Mandalorians radioed in. I mean, they've been living there for so long and didn't ever notice the Imperials building a base. Even they are suspect.
It is a big planet, and they kind of roam around on their pirate ship thing.
Yes, but to build a big base, wouldn't you
you
have
know,
a lot of ships show up to do it and stuff?
You would think to build Starkiller, somebody would have noticed a ton of resources going out there, right? Or a giant Sith
that was
fleet.
Within First Order space, so
yeah,
it was not allowed to visit.
That was on Ilum. How was Ilum a First Order space?
Because it's where the lines were drawn up.
But no, Axe, I don't know what Axe's motivation is, because he did split off from Bo and they were doing their own bounty hunter merc thing, which probably the Empire was okay with because they'd be working for the Empire from time to time. You know, kind of like a Boba Fett may have done once upon a time. Mm-hmm. Not comparing Axe to Boba. But my point is, I'm not sure what Axe's motivations would be and how he would kind of keep it secret from everyone unless they're all in on it.
But if they're all in on it, some of them already died.
Yeah, it doesn't add up, which kind of leads me to wonder if they just kind of overlooked the fact that Moff Gideon shouldn't know Bo has the Darksaber.
It's not like it'd be the first time they've made a mistake.
Though it is interesting to note that Axe was not in the Season 2 finale. He didn't tag along. Mm-mm. I mean, I don't know if that's anything.
He was with the fleet, I guess, at that time.
So, I mean, that might be nothing. That might have been a clue early on that he's not really all on board with Bo and might be willing to betray her. I don't know.
It very well could be. Our next comment is from Peter Van Acker. What if the armor is the spy, but not for Moff Gideon, but for Thrawn?
Didn't consider that.
Thrawn could have spies.
Thrawn
Why
could
not?
have spies everywhere.
He could have spies within spies.
I mean, it is Thrawn. He's got...
We know he's connected. I mean, the Shadow Council is still deferring to him, even though they haven't.
They haven't even seen him. And we know Ahsoka has heard like rumors about him. Like, how has she heard about him, but he hasn't made his appearance to the Shadow Council yet? Like, what's going on?
We know that Morgan Elsbeth is supposed to be loyal to Thrawn. You don't think she's somehow still getting orders or doing something he needs done, even though he's not around?
It is interesting. I mean, I don't know about the armorer betrayer theory. I know I've thrown it out there. I made a whole video on it, but it's so... The only thing I can think of is, you know, she's so obsessed with the creed that she can't stand the thought of Bo-Katan being the leader and having seen the mythosaur and all these things, so she's going to have her killed, and she'll even sacrifice her own people because they were willing to follow her, even though she kind of coaxed them into it. It just seems sketchy.
She didn't agree till after the others all did.
Well, no, but I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, you were willing to, you know, it's kind of the same test that she gave to Bo-Katan. She said, remove your helmet. Bo-Katan removed her helmet, implying she was willing to listen to her over the creed. Now the armorer kind of tested the others the same way. Like, now you're going to listen to Bo-Katan. None of them put their foot down and said, no, we follow the creed. We don't follow you.
That's true.
So she could just be pissed off at everybody right now. I don't know. It's a stretch, but... We're going to find out real soon.
Real soon. Next comment from Hank Jesse. The only thing I don't want to happen is Din dying. I agree. I would consider stopping watching the show if that happens. I'm worried that he will, but I don't know what to make of the rumors of the behind-the-scenes issues.
Yeah, the only way Din dies is if Pedro Pascal is having issues, or they're having issues with him, or something has gone wrong there.
Right, and who can say? He's kind of... I don't even like to use the word flaky, but...
He's a
he
peculiar,
shows up
kind
when
of
he
eccentric
wants
guy,
to
yeah.
show up, and
Which is fine. You know, he seems...
it's like now that he's got a lot more opportunities outside of the Mandalorian, he kind of wants to explore those, because he's like, well, I don't have to wear an armor suit. But you do have to show up.
Did you have to wear an armor suit in the Mandalorian other than like
No.
3 times? But I mean, I don't want to talk crap about Pedro Pascal. I like the guy. He's been in a lot of great things. You know, you are right. I mean, he was in Narcos before this. I can't think what else off the top. I mean, Game of Thrones, yes. I knew there was something else big. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, not that those are shows to, you know, sweep under the rug as nothing. But, you know, I think Mando really made him. Mando made him a household name.
It did.
And now he's in The Last of Us. I know he's doing other things. So you do wonder if he's kind of like, I don't need to do this kind of Mandalorian thing anymore.
Like he doesn't want to get typecast by being hooked into Disney too deep.
It could be. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to try to put myself in his mind and think what he thinks and try to, you know, speculate on this. But it does seem odd. He wasn't at Celebration, which, you know, it's if he's busy, that's going to be hard to make it. It's you know, overseas for us here. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about Pedro and him and the, you know, Din. But yeah, the only way he dies is if Pedro wants out. There's no way Disney and Lucasfilm would ever come to the conclusion to kill off the character on their own.
Well, he only says like 5 things anyway, so if they just recycle those over and over again,
he says nothing but this is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah. I don't know. As you've pointed out before, it seems like he could bust out all his lines in an afternoon. So I don't know how hard it is to find, you know, a week or two to record everything in all honesty or reality.
True. Next comment is from Knife Party. It's strange that the Mando survivors have been allowed to stay alive with Gideon having his base right there. They knew where the forge was too, so they must know about the base, surely. This is what I'm saying. It sounds really sketchy that they don't know about the base, and if there's no food and stuff, they're barely hanging on.
That was the first thing they asked. Like, how have they been eating? The entire planet is like glass. Where are they getting food from at all?
They're eating the bat crocodiles.
Yeah, they're killing giant creatures better than other Mandalorians we know and eating them.
How have they not run out of resources in general?
Unless they have a deal with the Empire. Mm-hmm. And the first thing they said, do you have food, is because, you know, they're trying to imply we don't have, like, resources. You know, don't ask questions.
All Gideon had to do is say, lead her to us.
Yeah.
Take her through this portion, this path, where we can ambush.
It does make sense.
It's unfortunate, but if they think that Bo betrayed them, maybe because Gideon could have told him that.
Well, yeah.
Captured them as survivors, told him, hey, Boca Tan sold you out. She made a deal with me.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch their reaction to Boca Tan kind of coming clean about what happened with Gideon. I don't exactly remember, like, were they shocked? Were they upset? Were they saddened? What was it that, you know, that they were thinking or feeling?
I'm going to be really disappointed if they don't go in depth in their, 30-minute finale.
Is that confirmed? 30 minutes?
I don't know. It better not be. That's really messed up if it's that short,
There's
honestly.
no way this finale is 30 minutes.
No.
Unless they just kill off Din and roll the credits, and then the post-credit scene is like 20 minutes of setting up the next show.
That's all we all need, right?
Yeah.
All right, the next comment is from Lundog. If Bo-Katan gets a spin-off, it will be called A Song of Bo-Katan.
I like it.
I do too. It actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, Book of Bo-Katan seems to roll off the tongue pretty well, but A Song of Bo-Katan seems more fitting in a way, especially after Din's, you know, words about her song has not yet been sung.
I think it works.
No, I think it works really well.
I think it works.
Yeah.
I hope they don't just call it something stupid like Bo-Katan.
Well, I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
They do like just taking a name and calling it a series, don't they?
Yep. The next comment comes to us from Brody. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something with Cobb Vanth. Can't wait for Vanth, Tatooine Ranger.
They did say it was going to tie up the loose ends of Book of Boba Fett, didn't they?
Do they consider him a loose enough end? Or do they just want us to know he was going to be alive?
Is he not the only loose end? I mean, otherwise it ends in a pretty good resolution of Boba is all good and he's got Fennec Shan with him and everybody's happy. The townsfolk are happy.
He's going to come to the battle with Cobb Vanth, Fennec Shan, the Mod Kids, Chrysanthemum.
No, I draw the line at the
cute
Mod
little bunny
Kids.
rabbit robot.
Well, they're good. They would take forever to get there on their Vespas. Those things go like 15 miles per
Pelimoto,
hour.
the mayor's assistant. The gang's all here.
No, that would be the cheesiest, corniest thing
And she built
ever.
him a Razor Crest.
Oh my god. That would be cool, though. I mean, if she's going to show up, she better bring a Razor Crest out.
Better bring a Razor Crest.
But no, I mean, considering they did say that they wanted to, or it was going to tie up loose ends from Boba Fett, to me, that's the only thing that's left over, is the fate of Cobb Vanth.
Next comment comes from James W. These are my predictions. Droid, distress call. Repair lady, Pelimoto, gets distress from droid. Boba Fett is called to arrive via repair lady. Saved in. Animal wakens. Big fight. Forge is lost or destroyed. Ceremony for Paz lost. Ragnar tries to fight Grogu because of the loss of his dad. A new age of the Creed has to be written, establishing a new Mandalore to reflect a new settling ground, creating rift among the tribes. Thrawn finds out about Gideon's actions and turns on him.
I could see all of those kind of coming to pass, I think.
I like the last one, because that's what I feel too, about Thrawn turning on or throwing Gideon to the wolves.
Putting him in his place, yeah.
Well, putting him in his place, giving the New Republic a bone so they think they got the bad guys.
You're right.
It's a good twist, and that's something I could definitely see Thrawn doing.
I also like the new age for the Creed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that no helmet rule is going bye-bye, which I know kind of is opposite of Pedro Pascal's problems of not being able to be on set, but
He'll be on set even less.
yeah, I don't know. I just
Be dead.
I think you have to eventually do away with the no helmet thing. I think it's just kind of limiting for the character, and it's time to move him away from that, or I guess to kill him.
Next comment is from Bryant L. I think there's a possibility that the spin-off revealed in a post-credit could be the Rangers of the New Republic moving forward without Gina Carano. It would work with the setup and lore they've laid this season about the New Republic.
That's a good shot. Zeb and the Rangers of the New Republic.
They could even sneak an amnesty guy into the group,
Ooh,
so there's some betrayal.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, because there would then be a foothold for Thrawn or the Remnants to
Yeah,
still
Elia-
manipulate them.
Elia Kane could be in there with Captain Teva and maybe Zeb, and I don't know why they'd all be working together, but she could maybe be stationed with the squadron. I can't think of the squadron's name right now. The one
Delphi?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
that's right.
I know.
I remembered and not you.
You did.
Points for Naboo.
But anyway, yeah, I could see that somehow being the show. Maybe you wiggle Cobb Vanth in there too. He shows up. Hey, I'm a Ranger of the New Republic.
No,
Get me
he's
in
a
there.
marshal.
Well, he could be a Ranger too. Marshal, Ranger. It's interchangeable, right?
Marshal Vamp sounds better.
Hmm.
Next from Red X. This season needs to end with a Gideon win. He's lost twice in 2 seasons. He's honestly starting to not feel threatening, which is crazy because Giancarlo is naturally threatening in an antagonistic role.
Yeah, it's either he wins or he dies. There's no more in between with him. Or he gets killed by Thrawn after he loses.
I think in a way, he wins because he's going to do something that's going to be seen as a triumph for him. But
For
Thrawn,
his plans, yeah.
Thrawn comes in and rules the day.
I could see that
Plus,
post-credit
where did
scene.
his mustache go? Maybe this is a clone Gideon, or it's not really Gideon.
Maybe.
I just feel like he wouldn't have shaved. Why did he shave?
Maybe
Did it just get itchy under his new Mando helmet?
Maybe the New Republic shaved him before they lost him.
Why?
I don't know.
The New Republic shaved him?
I don't know.
Clearly.
They shaved his mustache because they don't like mustaches. The amnesty program doesn't let you have one.
All right,
And he
I'm
was totally
just
going to that.
Moving on now.
Not going to be put to death.
Last comment from Nina. If anyone's writing the Mythosaur, it had better be Din or Grogu. I'm fine with Bo ruling and all, but Din really needs a big heroic moment this time. Yes.
He needs something this season besides taking the bath.
His show. I mean, I'm great with Boca Tan being in there. I like her as a character, but I don't want them to forget about him. And I feel like that's what's happened a little bit.
Forget about who?
Din Djarin?
Huh? Oh,
The
yeah.
Mandalorian?
Yeah, he was. That was his show the first 2 seasons. This is now changed.
Well, I don't care if they want to spread it out a little bit and showcase other Mandalorians. I just don't want them to forget Din.
Who?
You already did that. The joke's not funny twice.
It wasn't funny the first time. That's
No.
the funny part of it. But no, I agree. I just want Din to do something. not get captured and need to be rescued. That kind of surprised me. I'm like, oh, well, they're flipping the script. At least it's not Grogu for the third time in a row. Instead, it's Din, the guy we were hoping to have a big win in the finale. Now he needs to be rescued.
He could still have a big win.
He could. He probably will.
Think about it. They rescued Leia, and then she grabs the gun from him and blasting down the hallway, blows the grate out.
Yeah. Get in the garbage chute, boys.
Yeah. So I'm just saying,
Yeah. No,
you can
I'm
be
not
the
saying...
princess and still be a badass.
You can be Princess Din and still have a big win, yes.
Princess Din's big win? Is that what the name of the episode?
I hope so. Though I think there's a 1 in a billion shot of that.
Yeah. He's a foundling. He's not a ruler of a planet. He's not a princess.
Well,
what if his parents were the king and queen of that planet, though? Then he would be a prince.
Yeah.
Prince Jarn.
Maybe. Here's the big twist. Or not.
He's actually the Prince of Plaisir 15.
I think you're going to call him the Prince of Pleasure.
I pretty much did. I mean,
you did.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I don't think that's a very flattering name. Some interesting thoughts come to mind when I hear the Prince of Pleasure. But anyway, on that note, I think that's all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of these theories. What do you think of our thoughts on them? You don't have much time because it's going to be coming out tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever, depending on where you live.
And when you choose to watch it.
That too. Anyway, leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.